Ever pondered on the end of days? The apocalypse as foretold in the Bible? The thought alone carries an intrigue that's both captivating and disconcerting. It's a concept that has piqued human curiosity for centuries. A concept that has been interpreted, reinterpreted, feared, and even romanticized. Today, we delve into this enigmatic theme, the apocalypse, as viewed through the lens of the Bible. The apocalypse, or the end times, is a period prophesied in the Bible, a time marked by catastrophic events, divine judgment, and the ultimate battle between good and evil. It's a narrative that, at first glance, may seem steeped in dread and trepidation, and it's no wonder. The imagery is stark, the events calamitous, and the implications profound. Yet, it's not just about the end. It's also about a new beginning. It's about transformation, about renewal. For within the biblical narrative of the apocalypse, there exist not just warnings and depictions of devastation, but also messages of hope, of redemption, of salvation. This dichotomy, this interplay between fear and hope, is what makes the concept of the apocalypse so intriguing. It's a narrative that compels us to reflect on our actions, on our beliefs, on the essence of our very existence. It's a narrative that challenges us to find hope amidst despair, light amidst darkness, and redemption amidst ruin. The apocalypse, as foretold in the Bible, is not merely an end. It's a call to transformation, a call to renewal, a call to hope. It's a narrative that transcends time and space, a narrative that holds relevance even in our contemporary world. It's a narrative that invites us to look beyond the apparent chaos, to seek the inherent order, to find the hidden hope. As we journey through this exploration, we'll seek to understand the biblical narrative of the apocalypse in its entirety, to appreciate its complexities, its paradoxes, its lessons. We'll seek to unravel the intrigue, to confront the fear, and to discover the hope. And so, we delve into the biblical narrative of the apocalypse, a tale of fear and hope intertwined. The Bible, a repository of prophecies, speaks volumes about the apocalypse. A tapestry of divine revelations, the Bible, weaves a complex narrative about the end times, the apocalypse, through its prophecies. These prophecies, laden with symbolism and metaphors, paint a picture both terrifying and intriguing. Let's delve into some of the most significant biblical prophecies related to the apocalypse. The book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, is a cornerstone of apocalyptic prophecy. Its author, John, narrates a series of visions brimming with symbolism. Bizarre creatures, cosmic battles, natural disasters, and more, all signifying the end of the world as we know it. One of the most well-known prophecies is the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Each horseman, riding a horse of a different color, symbolizes different cataclysms. The white horse carries a conqueror bent on conquest. The red horse, a warrior who takes peace from the earth. The black horse, a famine bringer, and the pale horse, the most terrifying of all, carries death itself. The book of Daniel also contributes to these prophecies. The prophet Daniel's dream of 4 beasts rising from the sea is another chilling prophecy. These beasts, representing 4 kingdoms, signify the tumultuous periods leading up to the apocalypse. And then there's the prophecy of the Great Tribulation, a time of immense suffering and distress. It's a period of unprecedented chaos and calamity, leading up to the second coming of Christ. But these prophecies are not just about doom and gloom. Buried within the terrifying imagery are also glimmers of hope. For instance, the second coming of Christ, prophesied in the book of Matthew, promises salvation and eternal life to believers. Another beacon of hope is the New Jerusalem, a heavenly city described in Revelation. It symbolizes a new beginning, a world cleansed of sin and suffering, where God dwells with his people. These prophecies, while terrifying, also bear messages of hope, leading us to the promise of a new beginning. The book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament, provides the most detailed account of the apocalypse. Often seen as a daunting labyrinth of symbolism, the Revelation account is a compelling narrative of the end times. Let's delve into some of the key events. The rise of the Antichrist is a pivotal element in this narrative. This figure, often associated with deception and tyranny, is said to emerge in the end times, leading many astray before the final reckoning. Then we have the 7 seals. These are not your ordinary wax and stamp seals. Each seal, when broken, unleashes a new phase of the apocalypse. The first 4 reveal the 4 horsemen, each embodying a different calamity: conquest, war, famine, and death. The 5th seal unveils the souls of those martyred for their faith, crying out for justice, while the 6th triggers a great earthquake and cosmic disturbances. The 7th is the final seal, setting off 7 trumpets blasts, each heralding further cataclysmic events. Finally, there's the climactic battle of Armageddon. This final confrontation between the forces of good and evil is where the narrative reaches its peak. It's a battle that, according to the text, will see the ultimate defeat of the Antichrist and his followers. But what's important to remember here is that the book of Revelation isn't just a compilation of doom and gloom. It's a complex tapestry woven with threads of judgment and redemption. Yes, it portrays a time of great tribulation, but it also promises a time of great joy. The Antichrist will rise, but he will also fall. The seals will be broken, unleashing chaos, but they will also usher in a new era. The Battle of Armageddon will be fierce, but it will also mark the triumph of good over evil. The book of Revelation, while filled with symbolic and apocalyptic imagery, also offers a promise of a new heaven and a new earth. Despite the fear and dread associated with the apocalypse, the Bible also presents a message of hope. Delving into the biblical teachings, we unearth a treasure trove of hope and redemption that emerges from the ashes of the apocalyptic events. The apocalypse, as foreboding and daunting as it may seem, is not the end. Rather, it's a transformation, a transition, a rebirth. The Bible, in the midst of narrating the trials and tribulations of the end times, also paints a picture of a new heaven and a new earth. This isn't a tale of mere destruction. It's a story of renewal, of rebirth, and of ultimate triumph of good over evil. Take a moment to consider the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 1. We find a vision of a new heaven and a new earth, for the old one has passed away. This isn't about the end of everything, but the beginning of something new and beautiful. In the midst of the tumultuous events that the apocalypse brings, there is a promise of a world reborn, a world where there is no more sorrow, no more pain, no more death, a world where God will dwell with his people and where every tear will be wiped away. This is the hope that comes with the apocalypse. It's not a message of despair, but a message of redemption. It's a call to endurance and faith, a call to look beyond the present trials and tribulations and focus on the glorious future that awaits. In a world that seems to be increasingly filled with chaos and uncertainty, this message of hope is more relevant than ever. It's a beacon of light in the darkness, a compass guiding us through the storm. So let's not view the apocalypse with fear and dread. Instead, let's view it as the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter filled with hope, with peace, and with righteousness. The apocalypse, while a time of great tribulation, also heralds the dawn of a new era of peace and righteousness. How close are we to the apocalypse? This question has intrigued scholars and believers alike. It's a query that has echoed down the corridors of time, sparking countless debates and discussions. The answer, quite simply, is that we don't know. The Bible, in its wisdom, has left the exact timing of the apocalypse shrouded in mystery. In the book of Matthew, Jesus himself said, "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father." Yet this hasn't stopped many from seeking signs and portents, trying to discern the proximity of the apocalypse. Some point to wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes and famines, as foretold in the Gospel of Mark. Others highlight the moral decay of society, the breakdown of traditional values, and the rise of false prophets, as predicted in the books of Timothy and Peter. Still, others argue that the apocalypse is not a single cataclysmic event, but a gradual process. They suggest that we are already living in the end times, with each passing day bringing us closer to the final revelation. However, it's crucial to remember that these interpretations, while fascinating, are just that, interpretations. They are the result of humans trying to comprehend divine mysteries, and as such, they are fallible and subject to change. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the timing of the apocalypse, the Bible offers a clear message on how we should respond. Rather than living in fear or apprehension, we are encouraged to live in readiness and hope. This means striving to be the best versions of ourselves, living with purpose and integrity. It means nurturing our relationships, caring for our communities, and seeking justice and kindness in all that we do. It means looking forward to the promise of a new heaven and a new earth, where righteousness dwells and sorrow and pain are no more. Whether near or far, the apocalypse, as depicted in the Bible, challenges us to live with purpose, hope, and redemption in our hearts.